Once this gets going, all right, it's official, like a referee whistle. All right, so shout out to everybody that's here live with me right now. Got my boy TK on, and I have iPhone on. Not sure whose iPhone, but I got iPhone on. And today we're gonna be going over some really smooth. All right, it's official. It's a referee whistle. Gotta mute. All right, so shout out. Cool. So today we're going to be talking about why it's very, very important to have a physical routine and why it's literally life-changing. It's just life-changing, all right? And it's not a little thing. You know, I know a lot of people, you know, they treat it as like a little thing, like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to work out. I'm going to go work out. And it's like a thing you kind of do, kind of not do. And I get it. You know, I get it in the sense of I came from that mentality, but I don't get it anymore because it's like, why the fuck would I want to do anything else other than build my body, feel great, and like for a very long time, I'm finally beginning to understand what it means to, you know, live inside your temple and what that means. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because you have to house the energy that you want properly. And that's something that I'm seeing for myself is that we want all this energy, this power, this abilities, things of that nature, but then our temples, our conductors, if you will, can't even operate in that energy or that frequency. And that's very important. So, you know, so let me go ahead and go into the main thing. Why I'm talking about this is because, like, for example, today I have yoga today, right? For those that don't know, I do Bikram yoga. Now, this shit is intense, okay? Bikram yoga is real deal yoga. You heard me? Like, this is it's very challenging. And today I got yoga today at 4:30, and I went to the gym earlier today. So I do gym in the morning, and then I do yoga 3 days a week. Now I'm starting 3 days a week. Before it was a little scattered. It was still 3 days or sometimes 4 days or back to back. Now I'm doing it a certain way. So what I want to get into about this whole thing is very important because this is where I know everybody can level up on. Everybody can take it to, you know, where they want to go with not only their body, but with their state of mind, which is something I noticed today. And I know that anybody can relate to this in any goal that you may have. So which is, like I said, today I have yoga and I was at brunch today. And while I was at brunch today, I normally always get a lot of coffee, like a lot, like at least 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes even 3, right? But for sure, 1 or 2 cups of coffee, right? And today I was like, you know, I got yoga today. Now, a part of me, I'm literally like, all the way up until the moment she came up to the table, I was like, man, I'm getting coffee, fuck it. I'm getting coffee, fuck it. And then when she came up to me, I was like, you know what? I saw that it wasn't about the coffee, it was about my yoga. Right, I worked out. It was about my yoga. I want to perform good. I want to have a good yoga class. I want to be at my best when I show up to yoga today. So guess what? I didn't get coffee today. I got like a watermelon. I don't know, some kind of a blend of a juice. Right, it was like you know, it was amazing, but it wasn't coffee. Right. So then earlier today again, I wanted to smoke more than I normally smoke. But it was like, you know what? I can't smoke because then I'm going to compromise my yoga. I'm going to compromise my ability to work out. So you see, when I work out in the gym, like me smoking weed doesn't slow me down in the gym. It doesn't slow me down in other activities. So it's not much of a thing for me. But today I was like, when I thought about it, I was like, man, I felt that I was compromised. I felt it. Like, oh man, my yoga, I can feel I'm going to struggle during yoga. And it's like, I don't want to struggle in yoga because of that decision. Let me struggle off of another reason, a different, like a real weakness that I may have, not one that I'm putting on myself, right? Because then it's going to cloud the real reason behind why I'm doing it. So why I'm saying this is because like, this is why it's essential for a man to have a physical routine. Because if you don't have a physical routine as a man, as an individual, overall, 100% as a man, but just as an individual alone, you're 100% you're not making the best decisions for your body if you don't have a physical routine, for sure. Like today, I saw, of course, coffee. Yeah, you could drink coffee on it, but I'm sure drinking a certain amount of coffee it's not good for you when you're, it's fucking hot as shit outside. You're doing, you're being active. It doesn't make sense for your body. You're putting your body through more hardship. So I got to understand it. I'm like, man, whoever is not like, of course, you don't have to be doing yoga, but if you're not committed to a physical routine, maybe it's a class that you take. Me, I'm taking a class in yoga, meaning like, I mean, I used to do yoga by myself here, but it's a different level when you're in the class and you have a teacher, you have an instructor, somebody that's correcting you so you can do it properly, right? You can get full strength, full benefits of what you're doing, right? And I started seeing like, man, if individuals is not having this, and man, there's some people that do have it and they still fuck up. But I know for a fact, if you do have this and you're committed to it, you will iron out other things in your life. You won't eat that extra slice of pizza. You won't eat that extra slice of whatever. If you're like, for example, it depends on your goal of your body. Like for me, I kind of have to eat that extra slice of pizza, or I have to eat that extra slice or whatever, because I'm slim, right? I'm slim. So I gotta consistently keep putting on more weight and things of that nature, right? But I'm learning, for me and my physical body, I'm learning that I shouldn't have to force my body to do anything. My body is gonna take what it needs, is gonna ask for what it needs. I need to just make sure I pay more attention to that. Like for example, like yesterday, I got back into I was going to the gym, but it was like it got to a point where it was like when I work out, I don't like doing average workouts. Like for a while, I was doing like average workout, like, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm back at it where I'm doing a full routine, where it's like my muscles, my body is coming together. And yesterday when I ate a meal, like a regular sized meal. And like within an hour, I was like, fuck, man, I'm still hungry. Now, normally, if I haven't been working out that intense, whatever, that meal would have done it. That would have been it. I've ate that portion before. For some reason, my body's asking for more. So I'm like, okay, I need to eat a little bit more because my body's asking for it. Versus, eating and noticing, man, I'm forcing my body to eat more than what it needs to eat. And that does something to my body. And alone, just with these ideas that I'm now having versus before, I'm noticing like, oh shit, you know what? The first thing somebody needs to do if they want to for sure change their life is be committed to a physical routine that they want to be like the best at. Like you gotta want to be the best at it. You just cannot kind of do it just to pass the time or say you've been doing it or just show up in attendance. That's why I make it very clear, like, man, like, in my lives, like, I don't want it where you're just showing up for attendance. I want you to show up and get value in exchange so you can really get something out of it. And like I always say, if you don't get nothing out of these lives, then please comment, whatever, say, give me your logic of what you didn't get behind it. And maybe I'm saying something that doesn't come off perfectly clear, or it doesn't come off exactly how I want it to come off. And that's why I know questions are important. And I'm seeing that people that genuinely want to change their life, the first thing I'm going to ask people, the first thing I'm going to tell people is, do you have a physical routine that you are committed to, that you want to be it? Like me, when I work out, man, like it feels great, because every time I work out, I know for a fact I'm getting closer to my goal. And I love that feeling. And it makes me feel like I'm being great with my body. Like I'm being the greatest I can with my body, realizing that I'm working with this thing. And there is a lot of time where this thing is working more on its own and against me versus my, and I didn't see, I'm about to say my will, but it's not even my will, it's God's will. So I'm seeing that like, that is what's pushing me, is giving up what I think is me and going with what I know is right at the end of the day. And what's right 100% across the board is having a physical routine. You got to have something you're committed to. All right, for females, yoga, Pilates, treadmill, Stairmaster, aerobics, cycling, like these things like that, right? Because these things give an impact on your body, but they don't turn your body like rock hard like that. So that's very important. That's for women. And then for men, of course, you got the gym, you have calisthenics, you have yoga as well to keep you flexible, keep you healthy in that sense. And when you really want to see your body transform, that's where I get my drive from. I cannot wait to see my body transform again. Like right now, it's already transformed. Like for some people, it might not be a lot, but listen, when I was first getting into like working out and like wanting to be strong and tough, this is before I got into the army, right? When I was in the army, before I got to the army, I never really see myself as like, yeah, I want to be this and that. But when I got into the army, I was like, yo, hold up. I got to do how many push-ups? Oh, okay, I can do that, but I can actually do more than that. And that's like the standard or whatever it was, right? And I was like, yo, I really want to be the best soldier that I can be. Like that was literally like the damn quote or saying of the in basic training. But legit, I was legit trying to be the best soldier I can be. But I brought that with me into my real life. Like I want to be the best individual I can be with my body. And committing to that changed the direction of my life. Because, for example, I do videography. For those that don't know, videography, it could be a motherfucking hell of a job when you're in the field, hot as shit, moving around, running around, moving equipment, and you got to move furniture and things of that nature. And then you got to hold a camera and a stabilizer. Sometimes I hold it with the two hands. This is like the most, physical one. I have a big one with two hands or whatever. And it's a lot of strength I got to hold for that for hours, just doing this and waving it and holding it and doing all stuff like that. And if it wasn't for me being physically fit, I couldn't perform at the level I need to perform. So it's not even about what job you have. If you're physically fit, you can perform better at your job. You're more agile. You're less tired. You're less trying to take a break. You're less like you don't need to do all that because you're fine tuning your body. It's all another word for that is conditioning. Right? You got to condition your body. So every day you should have some part of your day. Me, I'm doing it twice a day. I'm just keep it all real with you. I don't do anything average, man. Like if they say you need to read a book at least 2 pages a day, I'm gonna read 4. If they tell you you need to do 10 push-ups a day to do this, I will do 20. That's literally how I beat the system. In the army, they were like, you got to run, what was it? You got to run 2 miles. At the time when I was in it, I had to run 2 miles in like 15 minutes and 37 seconds, something like that. I never aimed for that. I still aim for the fastest I can go. I think the fastest I ever ran in the 2 miles was 14 minutes and 11 seconds was the fastest I've ever ran a 2 mile. But in my mind, I didn't have any limitations. Like this is part of working with a physical routine is that it's like, okay, you are aware of your physical limitations, right? Like for example, like I can't jump 5 feet up in the air, right? I can't sprint a 40-yard dash in 3 seconds, right? It's little shit like that. I don't want to say little, but I mean, it's things like that, right? But I don't work with those limitations. Like I don't start working on jumping like, damn, I can't jump 10 feet though. I can't jump 7 feet though. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm seeing that. So I'm zooming in on this because there's other areas in life that we're doing this. Like we're living life where we're doing something, but yeah, we have this other thing in our mind that's like countering the activity that we're doing. So therefore, we can't give our 100%. We can't do our 1,000%. Even though it might seem like we are, but it's not. Like something I noticed about when I like another thing, right? Another physical activity. When I do bench pressing, right? There comes to a point when you're pressing on the bench, you feel the fatigue where you're like, fuck, man, the next one, I'm gonna have to really put it in, right? Then you do it. You barely get it. Now, for a fact, if somebody spots you, you can easily do another 4 or 5. Like there is more remaining there, but it takes the mental capacity to push through those last 3 or 4 reps through. But it's dormant. That energy is dormant. So how does this apply in living our day-to-day life and where we can truly manifest what we want to manifest and create what we want to create? Because it is a thing that we're doing every day. This is something that we're doing every single day. We're not doing this sometimes, we're not doing it other times. Like, we're literally living our life every second. There's not one moment that we're not living our life. And this is really interesting when we see it like this, right? And when we start doing this, we start seeing like, okay, implementing a physical routine is going to help me make better decisions in my day. You're gonna find out ways where you can stay more consistent. You're gonna find more ways where you can probably, be more active. You're gonna find more ways where you can lift up a little bit more weight. You're gonna find more ways that you can kind of train, like you're gonna be training outside of training because you just want to keep on getting better. And you begin to play a game within yourself that you can laugh at life about. Like if I'm there trying to lift and I just can't get that last two, like it's funny to me because I'm like, fuck, bro, I knew damn well I couldn't do it, but I still tried to do it and I still got an extra 3 out of it. And that's funny to me. Instead of like getting down on yourself, like that's the thing. We've lost that touch of being our own friend. We've lost that touch. And I believe having a physical routine is going to help build that bond between you, the consciousness of that is aware of what's happening, and your body. I believe it strengthens that relationship. Because I was always active since I was young. I think that's why I never got overweight or anything like that. Like, I don't even know what that means, or too skinny. Right? Okay, I guess I'm on this side of the fence where I got to worry about being too skinny. But it's like, I never had to worry about getting too skinny because my activities that I was doing always kept me up to par, right? Even though when I was slimmer and I didn't have this much body weight or whatever it is, structure, I was very slim, but I was a runner. Like, I used to run like a mofo, but I was conditioned. My body was conditioned. I always looked athletic. And I'm saying all this to say in the sense of this is how you build this relationship with your body, by being committed to it, because you're going to eat things, you're going to consume things inside you that will burn cleaner energy. Now, this is where now we're really getting somewhere. When you have a commitment with yourself, with your body, you're going to make better decisions that you can burn cleaner energy inside of you. Now, it's going to take more than just the food. It's going to take the ideas that you consume. What ideas are you consuming for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And how long does it take you to consume it? How long are you digesting on these ideas and concepts? And how are they playing out? And what is it doing for you? Are you getting the benefits from it? Are you getting the benefits of those ideas running in your mind like that? Are you even listening? Like, this is where having practices save you from your mind. Because when you start to have, so for example, I do transcendental meditation. Transcendental meditation is a high level meditation. It's called TM, transcendental meditation. So that helps me see my mind. It helps me create a space between my emotions, what's happening inside of me, and my consciousness where I can see myself reacting. So people don't have a trigger on me and things of that nature. So all these things become integrated when you have something that's called, like I said, a physical practice. As a man, indefinitely, you got to have a physical practice, because that is where you remain disciplined. This is where your core of your discipline comes into play, because when you're not disciplined with your body, you can clearly see where you're not disciplined anywhere else in your life. It's as clear as day. Clear as day. Like, for example, I took a little, not even say a little, I took some time off the gym as consistent as I used to. I'm talking about I used to go twice a day for months. Like, within the last month or so, I slowed down. Well, part of it was because I got a nose piercing and I couldn't go to the gym and do yoga. But the other part was I was using that as another reason not to be as active. So I started going down this hill really quickly. And I started seeing like, damn, okay. Then I looked at other ways where, what was I doing on the other end? I was not cleaning my room as clean. I was smoking a little more than I needed to. It was a lot of things that were coming with it. What I'm meaning by that is that things come with territory, meaning the moment I started doing this other thing, other things started coming about. And the best way that I cleaned that up was getting back in my routines. Like I said, right now it's 3:22 my time. I'm gonna go yoga today. If you don't know what Bikram yoga is, I think I already said this, but I'm doing Bikram yoga today at 4:30. That thing takes a toll on your body. It makes sure you are hydrated. It does a lot of that. So it's a challenge that I'm doing. So with that, plus doing my workout, I did a full workout today. I'm talking about pull-ups. I couldn't even tell you how many pull-ups I did today. I easily did about 100, a little more than 100 today, including my workout routine, including doing my what's easy push-ups, doing the chin-ups, doing the curls, doing the whole nine. So my body is going to start to explode within the next 2 to 3 weeks, because now I'm going to have my diet into place. So the discipline of not missing that is what's going to align things for me. I don't want to go out and go do some shit because I know I got to wake up early at a certain time to accomplish what I got to accomplish. Or maybe I want to take care of something else. It doesn't, you start to put yourself in the margins that you want to be put in, not the ones that life is going to shove you in, because life is going to do that. If you're not playing your role, life is going to put you in one. And I'm seeing the best way to free yourself in that is having a physical routine, because it ain't nothing better than you with you, or with you and God alone with some headphones in the gym, transforming your body, mind, and spirit. There's nothing better than that. And walking with that spirit or walking with that energy throughout your whole day, because nobody gave you that. Like you waking up early, going for a walk, meditating, working out, reading a book, nobody gave you that energy. You accumulated that for you. And as you walk through your day, you're going to have another edge that everybody's like, man, there's something about this guy. This guy looks sharper. He looks brighter. He looks more agile. He looks more aggressive. He looks more of a man. Like, I don't want nobody to look at me and think, oh, okay. Like, no, I want them to register me. Why? Because I'm a man. I ain't no peewee. I ain't no peewee little guy walking in here that people just overlook. Fuck that. That's the energy of a man. So when I walk into a room, people feel my presence. They feel my energy. They feel me when I walk through there, with the way I look at them or whatever case may be. These are different elements of evolving not only your state of mind, but the evolution of your body. Your body is still evolving. It's up to you to dominate that shit. All right. I got about 10 more minutes, probably a little less, but I'm gonna go for 10 more minutes. Is there any questions or any insights or comments or anything I spoke about? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it going. All right, cool. So I'm super excited for yoga. I haven't done yoga in a while. It's been about a week, maybe a little longer, about 2 weeks. And I highly suggest everybody that's here listening to me, or even if you're watching the pre-recording of this, I highly suggest you take a Bikram class. Find Bikram yoga somewhere in your city. Find out how much it is for one class. Normally it's about 25 to 30 bucks for a class. Just take one class, but make sure you drink a lot of water the day before. Make sure you drink a decent amount of water the day of. And take, I normally take the 4:30 to 6 o'clock class. So that's like later on in the evening. You're gonna see what it feels to transform your body, because it's the sauna, the heat of it, that makes you sweat a lot and you lose a lot of fluid. So it literally it removes all the toxins out your body a lot. Plus, it makes you very flexible and a lot of strength, and you start seeing a lot of things that you got to work on in your body for sure. For sure, that's gonna make that do that. It's gonna make you do that. So I'm gonna do that in about 45 minutes. I got class in about 45 minutes. I'm super excited about that. I'm ready to see the next level of my body, and that's what I want to share with everybody else. You got to know what is the next level of your body. What does your body look like in the next 6 months or to the year? I just don't talk about it. Like, you got to be it. It might take you doing push-ups every day to get that. It might take you doing fucking pull-ups every day to do that. It might take you going on a walk every day to do that. It might take you, doing some decline push-ups or doing some dips, going to the gym every day. But like, what price are you willing to pay? And if the answer is, I'm not willing to pay that price, I'm not willing to wake up, I'm not willing to go to the gym, I'm not, okay, well then you got to accept the sloppy body that you have. You gotta accept the sloppy lifestyle that you live, and you gotta accept it and shut up and don't talk about anything else, because a man does something about it. A man goes through the sacrifice. A man goes through the price that it needs to be paid to do it. Like me right now, I'm about to go to yoga. To me, that's a price worth paying for, because I know once I get out that class, my mind's gonna be better. My mind's gonna be cleaner. My body's gonna be cleaner. I'm gonna be more flexible. My body's gonna be more aligned, because Bikram yoga helps realign your body, right? Naturally, as we grow older and sitting down and walking and driving and doing this, that, and the third, sitting down for so long, your body naturally shifts and it unaligns itself to compensate for different areas. So Bikram yoga helps your body realign itself. And that feeling of just knowing that I'm working on things that become better and better and better helps me stay way more certain when I'm talking about and when I'm in business. If I'm talking about things requiring a business. So anybody here that has anything to do with business, this topic of today is a huge underlying foundation in all these areas: relationships, networking, business, sales, right? How you even want to live a lifestyle, a certain kind of lifestyle. All that plays a huge part by how you work out. Yeah, don't get it caught up with all these people that are, sloppy and whatever. Like, they're sloppy. Nobody wants a sloppy individual to represent them. I don't. I know I don't. Why? Because I know what it takes to be sloppy, and I don't want that. I don't want none of that around me. There's no need for it. So, out of everything I said today, what I want everybody to make sure they take away from it, for those that made it this long into the lecture, which is reestablish commitment to your physical routine, whatever that physical routine is. You gotta stay committed to it. Like right now, look, I got here. Look, this is in my room, right? Like, I'm so committed. Like, I even bought this. All right, I got a 10-pound weight right here, right? And I got a 25-pound plate right here, right? This is in my room. Why? Because there's some nights where I'm just fucking sitting down. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to go all the way to the gym, so I'm gonna knock out some curls. I'm gonna knock out some movements with my 25-pound. Why? Because I want to see my body be like, damn, like this motherfucker is working out. This motherfucker is chiseling up. This motherfucker is not lazy. Like, I want people to see me and do that. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm on.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
I was gonna ask you, have you tried going a weighted vest route?
Yeah, I have a weighted I have one. I used to use one back in the day when I was in the army. I used to use one, and I have another one here, but I'm waiting for the weights to come in. But yeah, so what I do with weighted vest is I used to do my push-ups with them. I used to do like a push-up routine. I used to find a whole bunch of push-up routines and do it with the vest on. And then I would do like a light run. So like when you run, you would normally run at a certain pace. When I have a vest on, I would just do a very light jog, because to me, it's not good to run with so much weight on you like that. At least you gotta wait until you build up your endurance for that, because you don't want to put too much stress on your joints and your tendons.
Okay, right. I was just wondering, what kind of I mean, did you see like extreme differences? Like, did you notice like being built a little bit different using it, or like a little bit more stability in your frame?
Yeah, for sure. But you gotta just be consistent with it. But I mean, I did like workouts with them, like full workouts with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or I'll just do a portion of my workout with them. Like right now, once my plates come in, most of the time when I do push-ups, or I do any kind of push-ups, I do any kind of dips, I do any kind of pull-ups, I do anything like that, I'm gonna put on my weight vest. There's gonna be days where, yeah, I'm gonna just do it without the vest, but I'm gonna practice wearing it more than not. So when I do my pull-ups on the days that I don't have my vest, I could probably pump out a lot more, because I don't have the same weight on me.
Right. I mean, it's helped. I got a 30-pound one, but I was just asking. I was wondering, just curious, because I know it's off topic, but I also know I seen like even up to 140 pound fucking weight vest, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy. Like, what are we training to do? Be like fucking Goku or Vegeta and shit. So like, yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it's like that. You know, like at some point I could see that happening, you know, going on certain hikes or something like that. So but yeah, like you want to, and to me, I like doing stuff like that because it makes me feel like I'm challenging myself beyond what a regular person would challenge himself. And that's what I enjoy about it. And that's what I enjoy about you know, working out, is that I'm doing something that I know a normal person won't do. And that, to me, that makes me feel like I got the advantage over something. And I like that feeling by doing more than what somebody else was willing to do. Like today, I don't have to go to yoga today. I really don't. Shit, it'll probably be great to just go get some weed and smoke and just fucking play a video game. I'm sure that'll be just as amazing. But I know doing that is not gonna get me better in my flexibility. It's not gonna make my body better. It's like, yeah, I could still do that, but I can't. It's like it brings it back in moderation. That's what I'm looking like. If you smoke and you drink or you do whatever, like it's gonna bring it back into moderation when you have a physical routine, because you just can't do it all. Like right now, even if I had some right now, I wouldn't even smoke right now, because I know I'm gonna compromise my balance in yoga, and I don't want to do that. So that kind of just goes back all to like just committing back to what you want to do and know what that is. Like, fuck, if you got an urge to do boxing, then fuck, sign up for a boxing class, do that shit until something else inspires you, or just stay committed to that, you know? Or you don't want to do Muay Thai, or if you want to do fucking jujitsu, you want to do something I don't know, something that gets you active, something that you got to put in work and you got to sweat, and every time you're done with it, you're like, fuck. To me, I love working out, going to the gym about an hour and a half, like working the fuck out, and then going to the sauna for 10 minutes right after working out. And that is my thing, as far as working out. And then playing basketball is my thing. I had to take a break because somebody pulled my fucking ring out my nose during basketball, and that shit hurt. So I got to get a smaller one. But playing basketball, so doing something that keeps you active, right? It's just what it is. And I say that's what it is because, fuck, man, a man that's not active in life, like, what the fuck is he, man? Like, seriously, he's just another fucking, to me, he's just another peewee out here, man. Peewee ass nigga. That's what I call him. Because it's like, bro, how are you a grown ass man and don't do any kind of physical work routine or anything physical to keep your body sharp as possibly you can be, but yet you think you're so tough? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, it just doesn't
I
work like
don't
that. And
either,
that's something that
bro.
I'm thinking for a lot of things. It's just like, it don't work like that.
But you know,
Huh, hold on.
and I think about it, it's like it puts you like when you do stuff like that. As you're listening to you and doing like the first class you had, I started noticing like sticking to that. I started noticing I'm like not leaving stuff to luck, bro. Like whatever percentage I can, whatever percentage it is I work for, like to get there. I think you mentioned it about something like maybe like an Olympic game or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that, and I was gonna say, you know, like throughout the my little journey, I noticed that's like helps me a lot. One thing is just being the best at whatever it is you do, and everywhere I've been through, jobs or places, I've always made like a good name for myself, and I always give it my best. Like even like, and I kick ass everywhere I fucking go. So, that's one
Yeah,
thing I
man.
would
That's
definitely
that's
do
that's
too.
that's how you gotta treat your life. That's how you gotta work, and that's how I do mine. Even when I go to the gym, I do the same thing. Because that's literally how, like I said in the beginning of this lecture, that's how you're gonna be able to be in your own world in the right manner. Like be in your world the right manner. Like right now, I gotta log off soon to go to yoga, and like I'm in my own world. I'm in my own game. Like I'm not in lost in touch with reality, but I'm in a healthy way of not attached to reality, of like being in my own world, in my own game that I'm playing towards doing this right now, right? That's the same thing I did when I was working a job. Like I wasn't just there working that job. I was somebody that was putting in my time. Like I realized that, man, every day was just another deposit to get to what I want. Like nothing is just by accident. Like I remember this, so I was playing my own game while things were happening. And while everybody was perceiving what they were perceiving, I kept myself straight in my path where it didn't take me off of, well, you know, maybe they're right, maybe I didn't pay any attention to that because I remember I was playing my own game. I'm somebody that's becoming a photographer, a videographer, an entrepreneur, and I'm just making my daily deposits for me to get there. That was it. That's all the game I was playing. So everything that I was doing was servicing the world so the world can service me back in what I want to do. And that's what I mean. Like right now, I continue playing this game, but right now I'm going to yoga. I'm going to go to yoga. I'm going to be me at the truest form. So when I get to yoga, I'm going to express myself in a way that makes everybody light up. And that's my gift back into my environment. And the game that I'm going to play of me being the best version of myself, I'm going to play that during my yoga, and that's going to help me elevate. So salute to everybody that tapped in with me. Thank you everybody for joining my live. I do this every Tuesday on IMC TV YouTube live stream. Right now, this is being streamed on YouTube live, and this will be on YouTube. And on Fridays, it's not streamed on YouTube. Tuesdays is streamed on YouTube like this one is. On Fridays, it's a closed group, okay? And it's just the levels of mastery. You want to tap into levels of mastery, I have a Telegram group. Find me on Instagram, master_pyro with a 0. And you'll find a link to my Telegram group. And there you'll find all the insights about levels of mastery, what I teach, what I talk about, and things of that nature. All right, so salute to everybody that's tapping in. I got to get ready for yoga. Thank you, everybody, for joining with me today. Stay smooth, stay dangerous. You know the fucking vibes. Iris Nation.